Okay, so we were away all weekend for a wedding, but I did try to be pretty active actually because Scott was in the wedding and I wasn't. So while I was in the hotel room, I was like photographing and listing, and I was hoping that would keep the stores going. However, very, very, very quiet weekend. I had 2 sales yesterday and 1 today. This was a very fast sale. So this is a t-shirt I had recently picked up 50% off. I said I wasn't familiar with the Lauren Active Ralph Lauren line. I think this is different than like the RLX line. I don't know. I couldn't really find much about it, but it had the embroidery right there, and I thought it's a good size. It's an extra large. I just thought it had a lot going for it, and the sale price, it was only $2.50. So after 4 days, I received an offer on eBay for $15. So I did accept that. So I wound up making $9.36. Next we have more Ralph Lauren. So I'm not 100% sure how old this specific tag is, but it's true indigo, and it is a light denim type of button-up shirt, size extra large. This is a shirt my dad had got in like a bulk amount of shirts he had gotten at an estate sale. His average cost of goods for each item was $1.33, and this has been listed for 48 days. It's had a lot of interest, and last night, I think I was at the wedding when I accepted this offer. Someone sent me a $24 offer and I accepted, so I wound up making $17.87, and that was on Poshmark, if I forgot to say. This last one's a very exciting sale because someone sent me a good offer on Depop and actually wanted to buy the item that they wanted. So this has only been listed for 5 days, and this is one of the coolest finds I've found in so long. So it's a pair of shortalls. They are vintage Cherokee. They are a linen cotton blend, so they're super lightweight, breathable. And look at this pocket in the front. It's got this beautifully embroidered like front little pouch pocket. These are so cute. They're in like perfect condition. They are certainly from the 90s. I listed them around $35. I had gotten them at Goodwill for $7.99, and today someone sent me an offer for $27. So in 5 days, I wound up making $17.47 on these. Here is a smaller sale I just made. The brand is just Sonoma, which is Kohl's. However, when there are just like general band tees and they don't have a high cost of goods, I do like grabbing them because I feel like they're just one of those classic things people like, and they're easy to list. It's just this really nice like 3/4 length Beatles kind of baseball tee style. I did pick this up at a 99-cent sale. It has been listed 112 days. However, I think last week I had relisted it using my Vendoo, and today I got a $10 offer on Poshmark, so glad to move it on. I'll be making $6.06 on it. I had a sale come through last night that I already dropped off at the post office today. This was from Poshmark. This was similar to that tank top, a Disney Parks Minnie Mouse hoodie that my mom had given me. This was a size 1X, and I had it listed for $30. It was listed for 81 days. Last night, someone on Poshmark sent me a $20 offer, and my mom said, yeah, let's do it. So we wound up with a profit of $16, which we will split. I have 2 orders that have come through this morning. All of these items have actually been listed over 100 days, so it's nice to see them moving. This one is incredibly exciting. So this is a black ribbed cardigan from Vince. It is a size large. This cardigan was actually on a sale rack at a thrift shop I went to, and it was only gonna be like a couple dollars or something, but when I got home and I was like going through my receipt, I realized they never rung me up for this item, but I actually got this for free, so I had no money into it. It has been listed for 103 days. It was recently relisted, which is why I think maybe it got someone's attention today, because on eBay someone sent me an offer for $37.99. Like, I don't even remember how high I had this listed, but I must have had it listed pretty high. I gladly accepted that and made a profit of $31.71 on this cardigan. Next, I have a bundle on Poshmark. As far as bundles go, it's fairly small, but it's stuff from my personal collection and I'm excited to move on. So I guess it was sometime last week someone had bundled these items. So this is a dress from my collection. I've never worn this dress. This is from the brand Lush. It is a size medium. I think Lush might be a Nordstrom brand, but it's like chiffon, and it does have like this keyhole in the back. So it's almost like completely, the entire back is open. This is something I got on ThreadUp years and years and years ago, like before I had a child. Never even wore it, never had anywhere to wear it. And then I also had this listed on my Poshmark. This is just samples of Moroccan oil. I do like Moroccan oil. I have so many hair oils, like these were just for examples, so I had them listed on my account. So someone had bundled these 2 items together, and over the weekend I had sent a $25 offer to the buyer, And this morning they countered me $19 and I basically have no money into this. So I did accept because the dress had been listed 169 days and the oil was listed 149 days. So I am going to be getting a profit of $15.20. I have a Poshmark sale here. This one is a cardigan I sourced during the most recent 99-cent sale I went to. This cardigan I had listed for $32. So it has this kind of floral design. It has like a drapey kind of front to it. It's from the brand Cut Loose. I only pick up this brand in an XL or larger, and if the cost of goods are low. It's more of like a login look type of brand. I had this one listed for $32, like I said. Today someone liked it on Poshmark. My Vendoo sent them a 10% offer, to which they countered me $23, which I accepted. This had been listed for 41 days and I wound up making $17.41 on it. Good morning. I have a couple sales that I've already dropped off at the post office that I can talk about. So last night, I wasn't surprised that these pair of boots sold. So this was blowing up on Depop like all day yesterday. I was getting offers sent to me and some I was accepting, some I was actually countering because they'd only been listed for 2 days. I listed them when we were away over the weekend. So we went away for a wedding weekend this past weekend because Scott was in the wedding. So I got to hang out in the hotel room all weekend. So what I did was I brought a suitcase full of shoes and I just like photographed and listed shoes all day. So yeah, these boots were only listed for 2 days. The brand was called Rockport and they were a leather Chelsea boot, size 10.5 men's. I listed them for $49. One of the offers wound up coming through for $39. Like I said, these were my dad's. So because it was Depop, he makes a pretty good profit of $36.80. Okay, and then these next 2 sales I woke up to this morning and they were both eBay sales. The first was a full price eBay sale, which is always super exciting. $26 was this swimsuit cover up from Swimsuits for All. It was a size 3X, 4X, and it was like leopard with like black. It was very classic looking. This actually took 132 days to sell, which I was very surprised how long it took. I will say it was recently relisted, so that probably got it back up in the algorithm. It was really nice quality. I got it at a half price sale for $3.49 and wound up making a profit of $18.14 on that. Then the next item, I had an offer on eBay for $15 and it was this anti-star like strapless jumpsuit. I'd gotten this at the $2 sale at a Goodwill. It was listed 135 days. Again, it had been recently relisted and I am trying to move summer out. So I took the $15 sale and I wound up with a profit of $8.74. And that one was new with tag, but it was new with tag, like a Marshall's tag. So it wasn't like a super expensive item, but being new with tags, I feel like gave it a little bit more value than had it just been a plain brandless jumpsuit. I have 2 eBay sales to go over. This first one isn't the greatest. These were both offers that I had come through. This is a belt. It's a brown men's leather belt. It is Dockers. It's a size 34. It's fully leather. This was one that's been sitting for 124 days. It's one that my dad had sourced for me, but the problem is he had sourced it for $4.09, which I had okayed at the time. However, today I wouldn't have sourced a Dockers belt for that amount. Last night I got a $14 offer, which I accepted, so I only made $6.86 on this belt. This next one was one that was just recently relisted, so I think that's why it sold, because I really did rework the title pretty well, I think. So I got this at the very first 99-cent sale I had sourced at, and this is a black and white blouse, and it's specifically from Ann Taylor Silk. It is a size medium, and it's 100% silk, black and kind of cream colored blouse. It has been listed for 150 days, but like I said, it was just recently relisted. And someone last night sent me a $19 offer, which I accepted. So I made $14.59. I just sold another pair of shoes for my dad. And funny enough, it's another Dockers item. This is a pair of Dockers like loafers. I had the name in the title. I'm size 10. They're in pretty good condition overall. Someone watched them this morning. I think it was this morning on eBay. So I sent them a 10% offer and they countered me back $21. And I asked my dad, he said, take it. So those were listed 48 days and he will get $17.02. Full price eBay sales are always super exciting. And this one is a belt. This came through as a full price sale for $19.99. It honestly does have some condition issues, but this is a Vineyard Vines belt, size 30. As you can see, there are marks of wear, so I'm excited that someone paid full price for this. This was one, again, that my dad had found for $1.50, and considering it was like a unique print within the Vineyard Vines brand, I thought it would sell. It's been listed for 48 days. It sold for $19.99, and I make $14.70. Days have been a bit rough for sales. I went like a day and a half without any sales. Started to get a little stressed. This sale came through last night, and this is something that sold the day I listed it, which gave me a little bit of hope. I recently bought this top. Let me see if I can, the sun is shining through my window. So I have this top. It is from Sundance. It's a size medium, and the front has beading and embroidery. It has the tie front. It's got little details here. It's got fringe, like ruffles down the front. The bottom has like this. The back has even more beading and detail. Oh my God, I'm being blinded. Anyway, this is actually the first time I've bought a Sundance piece that I felt like had resale value in it. Like I said, it sold the day I listed it. I feel like Sundance is one of those brands that usually does better in bigger sizes, but I took a chance on it even though it's a size medium. It was only $3.99 at my local thrift shop. Someone liked it on Poshmark yesterday. My Vendoo sent them a 10% off offer, which they accepted. So they purchased this for me for $23 and I make $14.41. I've also heard that Sundance is closing down, so I think the resale value will start to go up because there will start to be a finite amount of product. This morning I was like, sales are terrible. And I got really stressed and I went on my eBay store and I set I think it's a 2-day long. So today until tomorrow night sale, I think I did 25% off. It was impromptu. I set a 2-day long 25% off sale on my entire store because I was like, I need sales. Like I can't just not have sales. So even if I'm losing a little bit of profit, like I need the sales. Within minutes, this sold, and I actually had another sale come in right after it. So I think it worked. Okay, this I got at a yard sale and I didn't know what I had when I got it because there were a bunch of scarves just hanging like this. And I was just looking at the material tag, and this one's at 100% wool. And we wound up paying $2.25 for like 3 or 4 scarves each. So $2.25 into this. So I was like, oh, a wool scarf, it'll sell. And then as I was like, you know, trying to figure out how to like take pictures of it, I was like moving it around. And I was like, oh, it's like a poncho. Well, that's cool. And then I saw that. So it's a 100% wool Eileen Fisher, like really cool poncho. If I wore ponchos, I would have kept it for myself because I love how it has that like interesting like knit throughout the middle of it. It's in excellent condition and it sold today after 57 days for $49.50. I made $39.80. I needed this sale this week. I really needed this one. The next sale that came through, it's a small sale, but it's something I had no money into from my sister-in-law. I almost didn't list these because of their condition, but I was like, they're a very specific kind of ked. They're slip-on and they have like a ditzy floral pattern. If they had been plain keds, I wouldn't have listed them because they do have some wear, and you know, actually me and Scott tried to clean them up a bit, but even so, we couldn't get all of it out. Sometimes with these canvas shoes, it's harder. These are a size, they're a 9.5. I listed them, I feel like I had them listed for like 12 or something, expecting less. They sold today on eBay for $9 and I made $6.27, which, like I said, if they hadn't been like a specific like pattern and they had just been plain, I don't think I would have listed them, but I'm glad that they are going to a new home. It's been a roller coaster of a week. I'm very interested to see if, you know, as we finish out today, if that sale brings in more sales for the week or if I'm just gonna have kind of like a kind of week, so we'll see. I have one more sale to talk about. Unfortunately, only one more, and it's a pretty small sale. I packed it up and shipped it this morning, but it's this pair of Old Navy jeans. They were the boyfriend fit and they were a size 8. I actually had no money into these. About like 2-ish months ago, someone had a yard sale, and after their yard sale was done, they put out everything on their front lawn for free. So actually I had Scott go over there and he grabbed a bunch of clothes, and I think I only wound up listing like 2 items. A lot of it was like kids' clothes that I kept for Phoebe, but it was 2 pairs of Old Navy jeans, and these actually sold in my eBay sale for $10.69. They were listed 82 days and I wound up making $8.16. So talking numbers for the week, really not a great week. I only had 20 sales this week. Like the weekend was so quiet, and I'm kind of fearing that this weekend's gonna be really quiet too. My sales came out to $500.84, and I did wind up having a profit of $316.57 on those items. I was kind of hoping that with fall coming closer that my numbers would start to tick up, would start to go on an uptick, and I haven't really seen that yet. Of those 20 sales, 7 of them were Poshmark, 11 were eBay, and 2 were Depop. I had no Macari, no Curtsy, and no Etsy this week. So it was really mainly Poshmark and eBay this week. and those two little Depop sales. A lot of quiet on those other platforms. So far for the month of August, my sales are sitting at $570.60 with a profit of $354.03. And for the year, my sales are $10,539.18. So we did hit the 10,000 number this week, which is so exciting. So crazy. And I do have a profit of $6,567.80 on those sales. So getting closer to 7,000 profit on the sales. So things are looking good. I just was kind of hoping they'd be moving a little bit quicker at this point in the year, but we'll see. I have lots of sweaters and jeans and dresses and like the bigger heavy duty things listed. I just put up a bunch of boots this week. So hopefully good things are coming. I listed a lot of inventory this past week. I listed almost 50 new items in my shop. Fingers crossed we have a good week next week. And let me know, how are you guys doing if you're selling? Have you seen your numbers going up now that we're in August, or are they kind of looking the same? Let me know. See you next week.